Hey everyone, it is November 25th, 2020. Time's about 08 CST. It's 46 degrees Fahrenheit out, and it is Geo-Rant time. Geo-Rant number 132, I believe. If I'm wrong on that, I will change it in the title. But anyway, what am I going to talk about today? Well, I'm going to try to keep this short. Just so you guys know, if you watch my videos and you leave a comment, and you decide to delete it because you realize you've done effed up, I still get that email. So I still see your comment, okay? And usually that happens a lot, actually. And usually I'd like, whatever, blow it off. But I recently got one about my lamplifier video, which I used to pronounce lamporphyry. But I guess the technical, or the actual pronunciation is lamplifier. It was a Geo-Rant 55. It'll be below. And in there, I go through the process of taking a rock I found that I was not familiar with, and I take you through the classification process. And the comment was basically, oh, that can't be a lamplifier because you have plagioclase in it, and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And then eventually they realized at the end I classified it as a tonalite, so they deleted their comment. Well, yeah, see, the reason why I make these videos, it's not for the extreme professionals like me or people who study igneous intrusions for a living, but it's not for like teenagers or kids or people with just a passing interest usually as well. And, for amateurs and well-versed amateurs and people who went to school for geology but don't really do it anymore. It's basically, I like to say it's between, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that's why I do these. I do these for adults interested in geology or going through the process of becoming a geologist. I don't really do it for hardcore professionals. So, a lot of times when I find a rock, okay, and I take you through the process of classifying it, I'm going to post videos about ones I am not familiar with and ones where my first impression was incorrect. Stuff that catches me off guard outside of my experience. I mean, people who go off their first impressions and gut instincts are fools, especially when it comes to stuff like this, all right? And in order to show you the learning process, how even professionals can screw up or their impressions can be wrong, I've got to take you through that thought process, okay? So I might start saying, oh yeah, I looked at this, I'm not familiar with this, this looks like a lamplifier with me, and then come out with a tonalite because, the white I thought might have been something like phenocrysts. And this was the comment, basically. I'm just gonna, it was longer than this, but the comment was basically you can't have plagioclase in a lamplifier because a lamplifier is ultramafic, like a peridotite, which I've done videos on. Well, duh, yeah, but however, things injected fast, hard, hot, up through existing fissures or fractures or stuff like that can grab country rock and incorporate it. And if it passed through a plagioclase-rich rock like a tonalite or something that was almost all plagioclase, there's no reason why it can't incorporate large chunks of plagioclase within it. See, it's not just about the chemistry of what's possible in an ideal situation, because in the field, things aren't necessarily that way. And that's why first impressions aren't what you should go by. I mean, you guys have seen me in my outcrop videos. I'll walk upon an outcrop I'm totally unfamiliar with, and I'll have a first impression about it. And those of you who watch my Geophiles in the Field series know this. I'll be like, oh, I think this is probably Precambrian granite, and then I find out it's an Arcos, and it's Permian, okay? It's a process. We do walk upon outcrops with a first impression, just like my Dakota sandstone one too. I mean, I knew it wasn't Pennsylvanian, but it looked a lot like the Pennsylvanian deposits in Illinois, in Indiana, because that's what I'm familiar with. It was a first impression that this might be a cyclothem type thing, which actually was, but it was Cretaceous, and I actually assumed it was Cretaceous, and I was right. But the point of this is there are processes we do. That's why when we walk upon an outcrop, we don't just go, oh, that's limestone, get back in our car and drive away. Okay? If we come up upon it, might be, oh, that looks like limestone. We get, oh, no. that's a quartz aeronite with gypsum in it or something like that. And then, or if you can't, see what it is like, or like you walk upon an outcrop, you think it's a granite, and you start looking, you're like, oh, I'm not seeing very much quartz in this. Well, it's granitic, but I don't have the tools with me to realize if it's a feldspathoid rich rock or not. And just because I don't see quartz doesn't mean there's not quartz in it. So then I take a sample and I take it back to the lab and I look at it under a microscope so I can understand that rock and then go, oh yeah, that is what this is. But anyway, that comment actually gave me some geophiles ideas, and I don't know if they're going to come to fruition or not, but they may or may not. But anyway, it's a couple days before American Thanksgiving, so I think that's going to be it probably until early December. Videos might get another one after Thanksgiving, because I still got a lot of work to do before I make my transition to my new job within the agency. I'm just switching jobs within the same agency in this, anyway, before this gets too long. I hope that made sense. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and have a good day.